Believe it or not, there are about 66 million pairs of glasses sold every year in the US. That's about 1 in 5 Americans getting glasses. That is a lot. Believe it or not, these glasses are probably influenced, inspired, or just downright copied the designs for these top 10 most iconic frame brands. Yes, they might put their unique brand design twist onto it, or logo slapped onto the side of the temple, but the core design and shapes probably come from these 10 brands. Today, I'm ranking my top 10. Some are obvious, you might know them, there may be household names, and some you may make a double take and never heard of them before. And I will tell you why each of these frames earn a place on the list. Remember, eyewear is more than vision correction. It's history, status, technology, and cultural influences wrapped all in one, and these brands have that. Our first brand takes minimalism to the extreme and even went to space. Number 10 is from Austria, Silhouette. The origin story of Silhouette is that it's founded in Austria in 1964. It's famous and originated the rimless titanium design, or in the optical field lingo, the 3-piece mount, because it's 2 temples and a bridge. If any of my customers are asking for rimless frames, I'll recommend them Silhouettes. Their signature design is the Titan minimum art, and that is what was famous because NASA astronauts took them to space. It's loved by professionals who want invisible and lightweight eyewear, and has gone through its ups and downs in popularity, but the demand of it seems to have stabilized. Again, what I love about this rimless frame is that its shape can be whatever shape your heart desires. A round one, oval one, rectangular one, big, small, or even a heart shape. A rimless frame from Silhouette was the original customizable frame. And a tip for you is that even though some of the silhouettes may look flexible, don't overbend it. They're not ovals which are indestructible. If you put too much pressure, especially on the hinges, it will crack the lens. For our next brand, and our number 9 most iconic frame brand, is known for beaches, leisure time, and superior optics, and that is Maui Jim. It's founded in 1980 in Hawaii, and it will start selling on the beaches. When you're relaxing in the sun, your eyes should be too, and not strain so much. I always have a pair of Maui Jims always sitting around in my car because it has the best optics, and I love to drive in it because it just gives me precision vision. Its signature design is their Polarized +2 lenses, and it has unmatched glare reduction. The cultural impact of it, it's preferred by boaters, golfers, fishermen, and anyone spending serious time outdoors or near water. And what I really prefer this lens to is for people who are sensitive to sunlight. If Maui Jim is the preferred brand for beaches and relaxation, our next brand is very similar, but it's great for sports. And it's our number 8 most iconic brand, Oakley. Oakley was founded in 1975 by Jim Jannard in a garage with just only $300. I love these stories about hustle and entrepreneurship. Its signature design is the frog skin that gives off the 1980s revival cool, the radar and M-frames that are just used by sports legends, and its cultural impact is immense. It dominates cycling, baseball, football, and snow sports, and you'll see their logos and signature reflective lens on many professional athletes. They're even the official eyewear of the NFL and MLB, so you could see Patrick Mahomes and people like Francisco Lindor wear them along with your favorite athletes. Also, one of the most interesting and enduring eyewear industry folklores is that Oakley was forced to sell itself to Luxottica, one of the largest eyewear manufacturers in the world, because Luxottica bought out Sunglass Hut and started phasing out Oakley's theirs and replacing them with Ray-Ban lookalike, a brand that I mentioned later. This was such a hit on Oakley's distribution, it cratered its sales, and then it was forced to be bought out by Luxottica. It's a crazy business story that for some reason eyewear professionals still tell each other about the evils of big corporations. Leave a comment below whether you heard about the story and think it was fair or not. Anyways, in terms of the optics of Oakley's, their prism lenses are a game changer. It's an advanced polarized lenses that are used by MLB players to hit 100-mile-per-hour fastballs, so you know they're good, despite what you hear in their corporate drama and in the corporate level. Speaking of brands that are also screwed over by Luxottica, we have their next most iconic brand that exemplifies independence and Japanese precision and craftsmanship, which is Eyewear. Eyewear was founded in 1972 in Japan. It blends traditional craftsmanship with modern designs, and it was the original manufacturer for Oliver People before Oliver People got bought out by Luxottica and they moved the Oliver People production from Japan to Italy. They kept their production in Japan, and the quality of its acetates and its titanium really shows for it. For Oliver People, you're paying for the brand more than the product, but for Eyewear, you're paying for the product. There's nothing wrong with Oliver People's, I'll mention them a little bit next, but it's a great pair of glasses, but Eyewear makes next level and excellent eyewear. Their signature design is that they really put a lot of detail into their titanium, and it's like a watch company. They do incredible things with such a limited canvas. And for the acetates, which I absolutely love, it's thick cut and very durable. It has a cult following in Asia, and now it's really growing in the Western markets. And they really emphasize a clean and sturdy design. So for their acetates, you really can see its unique colors and has a really substantial feel to it. When you put it into natural light and you actually touch it and carry it, you can really feel the difference of it between an acetate from Japan versus an acetate from China or Italy. So next, we mentioned Oliver People. We'll go to LA and talk about Oliver People and its LA classic cool designs. You've probably seen your favorite celebrity or Hollywood movie character wear these frames and wonder what brand can pull off that understated, classic, yet so cool look. It's no other than Oliver Peoples. This brand was founded in 1987 in Sunset Boulevard, Hollywood, known for its vintage-inspired designs, and it was the original no-logo frame that keeps making modern designs that has a lot of callbacks to a more classic old-school time. They also have one of the few eyewear companies that were only specializing in eyewear. Other eyewear brands were an extension of their fashion, bag, or clothing line. Oliver People did only glasses and did them extremely well. Their signature design is like the OP505, which is a timeless metal acetate combo, the Gregory Peck, which was inspired by To Kill a Mockingbird's, what Atticus Finch wore, and also this has a huge cultural impact. You see Brad Pitt, Jennifer Aniston, and a dozen other Hollywood stylists swear by them. Even Barack Obama has been seen wearing them. And even other brands like Barton Pereira, Garrett Light, and even Warby Parker has taken influences from Oliver Peoples. I remember when I first saw Warby Parker's website for the first time, I thought it was just the bootleg Oliver Peoples website. A pro tip about Oliver Peoples is that they do avoid logos. But if you look closely and subtly enough, you see that they have their engraved logo inside the temples or on the temple tip. And they're best for people who love understated sophistication, quiet luxury. Our next brand effortlessly combines durability and design innovation into one. That combination is our next brand standard, which is Icy Berlin. Icy Berlin is born in 1996. It's famous for its screwless hinges and odd and creative marketing. Now though, after being bought and sold by a few private equity companies, the marketing is a bit more pared down and sophisticated. I always analogized Icy Berlin as the Mercedes-Benz of eyewear to my customers. Oddly enough, a few years ago, Icy Berlin collaborated with Mercedes-Benz and their AMG brand to come out with a capsule collection. They must have heard me and heard me talking to my customers. Each pair is cut from a single sheet of surgical stainless steel, and it takes about 8 to 9 core steps of design to make a pair. Their signature design, as always, is their stainless steel laser cut frames and their hinges, which is very distinguishable. If you know Icy Berlin, you know their hinges and their temple clip system. They're huge in Europe and growing globally, especially in Asia. They're favored by architects, designers, and people who value engineering. And along with Makita, really revolutionized the eyewear making process to have to be made by a single sheet of metals and be rimless and screwless. Other brands like Reykjavik Eyes and Oval Optics has followed. A pro tip, the hinges should be smooth but firm. If it's loose, it's not authentic. It's very easy to repair without tools. You can snap it on and off with ease. If it breaks, you can just put it back right on with some practice, so you don't have to see your optician every time it snaps off. The next brand is my personal favorite because of its sophistication and its minimalism and customizability. This brand, of course, is Limburg. Limburg is a Danish brand founded in 1980s by Jean-Paul Limburg and revolutionized the screwless titanium eyewear space. Its air titanium has no screws and super lightweight. Strip titanium is minimal and super colorful with a lot of customizable colors in it. And my favorite collection is their Now collection that I'm wearing right now. It has over 200K shape and color combinations that you can personally customize. The acetanium is a thick cut of acetate and screwless as well. And their newest collection is their Thintanium one, which is a spherical patented design that's super minimalistic. They're now pushing their Precious collection, which is made with buffalo horn, 100% 18 karat gold, and little gems like diamonds embedded into the temple. It has won over 100 design awards, so basically anytime Limburg walks into the eyewear design contest, they'll win an award. And they're super popular with politicians and business leaders, and they can be considered the Rolex or Loro Piana of eyewear. No one would really know you're wearing Limburg unless they're wearing it themselves. A pro tip is that each Limburg is custom built to order. You can choose the material, size, finish, temple length, etc. So just don't buy what's off the shelf of your optician. Ask them to customize it. In 2 to 3 weeks, you'll get a custom made pair of glasses just for you. They're so lightweight, you forget that you're even wearing them. On the opposite end of the spectrum, you go from quiet minimalism of Denmark to Los Angeles with a brand that's loud, rebellious, and unlike any other else. Our third most iconic eyewear brand is Chrome Hearts. Chrome Hearts was founded in 1988 by Richard Stark in LA. It started as a leather motorcycle brand that expanded to jewelry, and now their eyewear is just incredible. The production time for one of these frames is limited to about 6 to 12 months, so you have to special order each one and you have to wait for it. If you see a pair of Chrome Hearts in a store, grab it if you like it, because if not, you may never see it again. Their signature designs is, of course, their sterling silver crosses and fleur-de-lis temple details. They have thick cuts of acetates in bold shapes that are made in Japan, and brands like Jacques-Marie Maget were inspired by the bold designs of Chrome Hearts. Their cultural impact is immense. They're loved by rock stars, hip-hop icons, and anyone who wants to make a statement pair of eyewears. From Kanye West, Madonna, Bella Hadid, all has been seen wearing them. A pro tip is that Chrome Hearts uses sterling silver, not plated like a lot of different brands. So it's all 100% sterling silver. Their frames are heavy. If they feel a little too light, it's probably a fake pair of Chrome Hearts. And you could also spot a pair of Chrome Hearts if they don't fold correctly. They usually fold this temple first, and then this one, if it sticks out like this, they're probably a fake pair of Chrome Hearts. So now we go in LA, let's return back to Europe, and for number 2 most iconic eyewear, it is Cartier. Cartier is a French fashion house founded in 1847. It started as fine jewelry, and it really made it into the eyewear industry in the 1980s. They're really one of the few jewelry or fashion house brands that made their eyewear a distinct category and not just expansion of their brands. People know and covet Cartier glasses. Their signature design is their Panther de Cartier, which is a bold feline details, and I love how their Panther is used as the temple to grab onto the lenses. Their Santos is their screw motif brought from their watches with the exposed screws, so it's very distinctly Santos. And of course, their wood and buffalo horn frames are hand-finished luxury. The white buffalo is one of the most coveted and most recognizable frameless styles ever. Their cultural impact is just widespread. It's worn by Jay-Z, Rihanna, and countless rap lyrics just rave about Cartier sunglasses, as it symbolizes wealth in music culture and high society. But buyers beware, most fakes get the temple screws wrong, so you have to check for the finish, and they kind of look flimsy. The Cartier horn frames need special care, so avoid a lot of heat and water to them. And of course, wear them on special occasions. I know you spent a lot of money on a pair of Cartier glasses. Some range from $1,000 to $1,500, $2,000, but it's just for special occasions. I see people skateboarding around in their rimless Cartiers. These frames are not built for everyday wear. So just be aware of that you just want to use Cartiers as an investment piece and take care of it accordingly. Finally, we'll get to our most iconic eyewear brand, and it's no other than Ray-Ban. It's founded in 1937 by Bosch and Loom for the US Air Force. The Aviator was designed to protect the pilot's eyes at high altitudes, and believe it or not, 40 million pairs of Ray-Bans are sold yearly around the world. They're indisputably the king and leader of eyewear, whether we like it or not. They're like the Coca-Cola of eyewear. Wherever you need glasses, you can grab a pair of Ray-Bans. Their signature designs are, of course, these aviators. Every brand worth their salt has a version of their aviators. The Wayfarers is like a rebel chick, and of course the Clubmaster, which is a retro intellectual vibe. You see Tom Cruise wear them, Bob Dylan and their Wayfarers, and millions of music videos. Ray-Bans practically invented the sunglass as a fashion movement. Now they're leading the way for eyewear as a tech revolution with their Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses. Do you remember the Google Glass? Yeah, I don't remember those too. It failed miserably, but it laid the foundation for the success of Ray-Ban Metas. Even Meta bought a piece of Luxottica, Ray-Ban's parent company, to develop more Ray-Ban Metas for Oakley's or for Oliver Peoples or for Prada's. Over 2 million of these Ray-Ban Metas were sold this year, and they're planning to sell 10 million of them. Maui Jim, as another company, is starting to do smart glasses. I know a friend who's trying to make smart glass designs for other independent eyewear companies because of the success of Meta. It is just a really great brand that is redefined the past and is really well positioned for the futures. For a pro tip, just remember, if you want a genuine pair of Ray-Bans, they usually have their logo etched on the side of the frame right here. And if you come across a old Bosch and Loom Ray-Bans, keep it because it's a huge collector piece. So, what do you think of this list? Do you agree with all the iconic eyewears? Do you have other brands that you think are more iconic than the ones I listed below? Comment below. Of course, this is a subjective list, and I love to hear what you think of it. If you love eyewear content like I love eyewear, subscribe to this channel for more.